Well, hello and welcome back to Kooky Corner of YouTube. Today I'm going to show you something that really captured my interest. We had a scrawler box. It was the combo kit and we could order past boxes. Well, I hadn't had this box and it was one, it was featuring the artist's roots and a piece of artwork made by them. And in that box, they gave us some of these. They are the pigment deco brushes from a company called Karin, who I believe are a Polish company, from what I can figure out. And they are, it's like a paint pen, but instead of having a bullet tip, you get, it is actually a deco brush. So it says it's a brush tip, so I suppose it bends like a brush. So let's grab over my scrappy piece of paper here. Find one. I keep all bits of paper here just for testing pens out on. So if you can see, it's quite bendy. You could do some really nice lettering with it, but it is a paint pen, so it's an opaque pen. It's acrylic permanent ink with a flexible brush tip. So I was really impressed with these. I really enjoyed using them. So I looked into the company and they do, I think there are 84 different ones of these. But they also do them in sets. You can either buy the big master set, which has got, I think it's 7 boxes, 7 separate boxes in it, something like that. There's 84. What's 7 times 12? I can't remember. There's 12 boxes in the set, basically, is what I'm trying to tell you. And they do a set of nudes, so it's like all the things that you need for portraits. They do a set called Passion, which is like all bright pinks and reds and yellows and oranges. They have a nature set, they have a blue set, they have a greys set, and there's a basic set as well. I'm sure it's 7 sets. And let me show you this beauty. This set. Now all the sets that they do come in boxes like this. They've all got a nice, really sturdy cardboard box. And I got the pastel colours because I was so enraptured with them. You know, I've had a spree on pastel things of late, and so these grabbed my attention straight away. They're the ones that I went straight in for. So yeah, Karin is the company. As I say, they are a Polish company, and this box is quite a nice, impressive box. So let's have a look inside. So inside we've got a little bit of information I'll come back to, but look at these beauties. These are all pastel colours. So we have pastel yellow, pastel pumpkin, pastel orange, I'm going to keep saying pastel, light green, green, blue, pink, red lilac, pastel magenta, red, pastel red. I said I wasn't going to say pastel, didn't I? Violet blue and violet. So you get all 12 different pastel colours in this set. As I say, all the other sets have different colours in, and I think, as I said, there's 84 in total. Now what's handy about this is on the box, let me move this down, you've got a little swatch section here. So they give you a white and a black so that you can try on each one, and I've waited to try this with you. I did open the box and had a look at the pastels colours, and I thought I'd wait for you to swatch them out so that you could see what they look like as well. Also got a handy little guide for storage on this side as well, which is cap the markers, when you finish with them obviously, cap the markers, stick them inside their slots, you turn the box so the caps point downwards, so you do it like that, leave it for a bit, and then you can just store it flat, and then they're all ready for the next time. What they did suggest is before you use any of them, you shake them, so you give them a shake. So let's shake this one, and Actually, I think I'm going to do it on this sheet here. This is a customization kit, so some of the boxes you might want to, it says here, swap the markers between boxes to arrange them in the order which suits your preferences best. So if you have a few of these boxes, then you can customize it. So you can change the back flap to whatever you've got in there, basically, which I think is a really good idea. I'm going to swatch them on here just for now because I fancied doing that. So let's go in a little bit closer and do a shaky of the pastel yellow. So you can see that that comes out really nicely on the black and on the plain. And give it another shake. I think it's clearer on the white. Give it a really good shake now. But definitely a beautiful pastel colour. And as I said, I was so impressed with these original 3 that I had. I thought I've got to have some more of those because they are really nice. And I presume they're kind of on a par with maybe Posca pens, perhaps, because they are like an acrylic-y, inky pen, but these have got the brush tip, which I find rather lovely. I think these will also perform a lot better because this paper is quite shiny, so I'm going to grab another pad out in a bit once I've done my swatches, and we can try it on a pad of paper. I think they recommend a smoothish paper, so I'll grab out a sheet of smooth paper so that you don't chew up the tips of your pens, which is a sensible thing to say. So that one is the pastel orange. So we've got pastel yellow, pastel pumpkin and pastel orange. We have light green is the next one. I didn't shake that, but I'll give it a shake. Give it a shaky. It doesn't have a pump system like the Poscas. Literally it is shake and use. So that's how you deal with these guys, and just make sure you give them a good shake before you use them. The next one is pastel green. Oh, didn't shake it. I will give it a shake. There we go. Really liking these pastel colours. I'm going to get a piece of black paper as well to try them on, because as I say, this paper, it feels very, very smooth, much smoother than I'd like to work on. Obviously, I keep forgetting to shake them. Pastel blue is the next one. Obviously, you don't want anything too textured as a paper because it will chew up the tips like it does with anything like Posca pens, etc. The next one is pastel pink. Shaky, shaky, shake. It's a really nice pastel pink. Love that. Very fine. I have got my eyes upon the Passion set next because they look like they go with this set really well. And there is a blues set as well that I've got my eye on. I think the least on my list is the greys. I do like a good grey, but I think in these paint pens I'm not so bothered about getting greys. I would be more interested in getting the Passion set and the blues, I think, to complement these ones here, and also maybe the basic set. That looks like a good shout as well. So pastel magenta red, shaky, shaky, shake, and get that down on there. The next one is pastel red. Oh, I forgot to shake it. And get that one on to our swatchy swatch. Then the pastel violet blue, and the last one is pastel violet. I'm going to do the ones in the box as well. I've got to shake again. Duh. I am going to do the swatches in the box as well, but I just really want to try these on a kind of paper that I will actually use for them, just to see how different the paper acts, because as you know, or if you didn't know, paper is one of the main components in when you're creating a piece of art. Obviously you have to have a paper that will take the medium that you're using. So if you're using pens, Posca pens, whatever, you know, something like a paint pen, then you'll need a fairly smooth background surface for that. So somewhere on my person I have smooth paper. Now where I have actually put that smooth paper is a different matter. I do believe I had it over here. Aha, here we are. So this is white card, so this will do nicely. Got a piece of that. So again, I'm just going to go through all of them a little quicker. Oh, you see now, that's so much better. Feels so much nicer to work with as well. So that's the yellow again. I am going to swatch them all out. I thought I'd just swatch a few, but I'm thinking I'm going to do all of them because the difference in paper is so much better with this smooth card. And the paints are so juicy. That's what I thought when I got them in the scrawler box. I thought the paints were super juicy, lovely to use. Went down like a dream, which is why I looked into them a little further to see if I could get more. And they do, instead of just buying the sets, you can buy these open stock as well. So if you run out of a colour, or you don't want to buy a set specifically and you just want certain colours, then you can buy them open stock. They are cheaper if you buy a set. Obviously it's usually the case, you get more pens, but you can have to balance that out with the fact that are they ones that you would use. But I thought I could create some really nice artwork with these, maybe combined with all the other pastel goodies that I've been collecting along the way. And yeah, I might even use some of these in my Burb Fest to create a bird using these colours, which I think I might actually do, and I will do a video. So it's always nice to see art materials when they're being used in a piece of artwork, I think. So I will definitely put them into some kind of an artwork, and maybe it would be one of the Burb Fest prompts that I'm doing at the minute that I work on. I have to decide which one of them would suit it best. But these are just a joy to work with, and I actually am in love and would like all of the other sets. I'm just a collector in me. I could just buy some open stock and just get some of the colours that I like, but I really am impressed with that. If you get a chance to go and look at the Passion set, oh, it's so dreamy, as is the blues. So I think I've got a Passion set on my list for if I should ever find myself with a little bit of extra money, and they would be my next purchase, I do believe. Okay, and the next one, the last one, is the Pastel Violet. So they work super well on this very smooth paper. I'm presuming they'd work well on any smooth papers, but go and have a look. I do believe there are some on Amazon. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the camera a little there. There are some on Amazon. There are some in a shop called Under the Rowan Tree, which I think is a subscription box site, but they also do lots of artwork for lettering, because along with these pigment deco brushes, they have some brush pens that you can use for lettering. So if you're interested in calligraphy and lettering, then Under the Rowan Tree, I think I'll find the link and I'll leave it down in the description below, and you can definitely get these open stock from there. I had a look on Cult Pens, but they don't have any of the Karin brand there. But yeah, I've done a little scout around, and Amazon at the minute is my friend, only for the sets, and because they had them on a slightly cheaper offer than anywhere else. But yes, if you're interested in those, go and have a look at them. Karin pigment deco brushes, which are paint pens with a lovely brush nib. They're not an actual brush, but they bend and behave as a brush would. Anyway, that's all from me for today. I will be back again. I've got some other markers to show you next week. I'm sorry, it's just that I have had some Christmas money, so I thought I'm going to buy a few things and then I'm going to cut back on my buying, she says. I'm not going to buy any more, and then that's going to be me using all these beautiful things for the rest of the year. Unless I get some birthday money. Unless I get some birthday money or whatever money, spare money hanging around. But yeah, have a great day. I will see you very soon. If you've liked this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you also like the rest of my content, please consider subscribing. It does help with the algorithm. Also, what do you think of these? Have you had some? Do you use these in any of your artworks? Let me know. I'd like to have a discussion about them because they're fairly new to me. So these were the ones that I had. Can't remember which colours they were now. Red, canary and henna. And then these beauties. Bye for now.